Jai Hind everyone. I chose SAARC as my lecture topic. Start with the introduction. SAARC refers to South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation, which was established under the SAARC Charter in Dhaka, Bangladesh on 8 December 1985. And headquarters of SAARC is located in Kathmandu, Nepal. And there are 7 founding members of SAARC: India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. And the first secretary of SAARC is Abdul Hazan. And on the 60th summit of SAARC, Afghanistan became newest member of the family. We have also observation status of some countries like USA, European Union, China, Iran, South Korea, and etc. First, the most objective of SAARC is to promote the welfare of people and also promote the self-reliance and establish better communication, cooperation and coordination between the country and foster the mutual trust of the countries. And we talk about the significance of SAARC. First is the SAARC comprise 3% of land area of global and 21% of global population and also 5.1% of global trade. And it also have some resources of rare earth metals. And if we talk about the significance of SAARC toward the India primacy to very close neighboring countries, and it also had to counter the World Road Initiative of China by giving development and priorities to nations like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, and Maldives. If we talk about the area of cooperation of SAARC, which are education, technology, science, security, tourism, art, sports, and agriculture and environment. And the challenges that has faced by SAARC is firstly that they don't have very frequent meeting at all, and the issue between India and China, India and Pakistan is a very big issue toward the SAARC. That and also like they don't have SAFTA has very limitation of activity, and also like the recent issue in between the Bangladesh and India has also raised the issue of SAARC. By concluding it, I would say that the potential of organization to establish peace and stability between the nations should be concluded by all the members, and prosperity of South Asia is only possible if India and Pakistan leave their political philosophy and work together closely. Thank you.